Well, something that happened 153 years ago today has caught the attention of our very own Liliana Pearson. It has a Nebraska connection to an international guy. A warning, though, you might find some of the video a little unsettling.
I actually learned about this some time ago, that there is a 153-year-old scalp in the downtown Omaha Public Library. And I was lucky enough to be able to go and check it out recently and learn how this story actually came to be.
August 6th, 1867. A group including Englishman William Thompson was on the way to fix telegraph wires along the Union Pacific Railway in what is now Lexington, Nebraska.
Plum Creek, right here.
And unbeknownst to them, on the other side, what the Cheyenne had done was to pile railroad ties on the track.
It wasn't uncommon for indigenous people to ambush railway workers, as Union Pacific was being built through their ancestral land.
But this was part of an ongoing conflict.
During the fight, Thompson was scalped, only surviving by playing dead.
And how that managed to not cry out and pretend that he was dead while that was going on is a matter for endless speculation.
A rescue train came to pick the men up. Thompson and his scalp, now in a bucket of salt water, headed east to Omaha. 3 days later, he brought it here, 14th and Douglas, to Dr. Moore. Needless to say, the reattachment didn't go well.
You had no way to really preserve this. Ice might have been some, but it's even still difficult to reattach a scalp in modern day.
Thompson overcame the infection, but the headaches continued for a few more years. After deciding the Wild West wasn't for him, Thompson tanned his scalp and took it home to England.
There were rumors to the fact that his countrymen were not as enamored of it as he was.
40 years later, Thompson sent his tanned scalp to Dr. Moore in Omaha as a keepsake. In turn, Moore donated it to the Omaha Public Library, a piece of a man left to document a push to the west in the battles fought to protect sacred land.
And this event was actually pretty significant to Dr. Moore. He wrote an article for the New England Journal of Medicine about his attempt to be able to actually reattach the scalp.
Well, good eye there, Liliana, for noticing the scalp in the library.
It was actually a really cool and fun continuation to the story, actually, that about 10 years ago, his ancestors came to see the scalp. I guess that this is a really big part of their family lore.
Amazing. So how about the rest of us? Can we see the scalp for ourselves?
You actually can. If you go over to WOWT.com, I have all the information linked for you there.
Pretty amazing that he survived that.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. Good job there, Liliana. Thank you. Well, a big